Hello and welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to program a character to be working its way through a maze to get to a target, which will then cause the game to finish and for us to win. If the character touches the walls, then we should lose the game and the game should just terminate. So we're going to add a new sprite here. Paint new sprite. We'll get rid of the mouse and we have the drawing space here. We're going to do a worm today, so just a little worm to escape a maze. Just drawing brush tool first. Going to use green. We're going to just draw a little worm. And we're going to use the fill tool here, there. We're going to use also white color and the ellipse. And we're just going to do a little eye here, like that. And we'll also put a little black circle here, just to make it more realistic. There you go. We'll also have a black color. We'll use little smile on worm. So that's the first costume. We'll duplicate this costume, right click, duplicate. We'll use the selector tool here to take part of the body. Just press delete and we'll go to the brush tool again with the same color and we'll do up and down, just to show that the worm is actually moving. And we use the fill tool again, and that's our moving worm. So in scripts, just to make it animate, we use when clicked, then forever, and then we're going to be changing the looks to the next costume, and we normally give it 0.3 seconds delay so that our worm just moves like that. Now the worm is a bit too big for what we want, so what we're going to do is use the shrink tool and just click and on the worm on the green area until it's the right size. So now it's the right size for us. We're going to put it just about there. And now we're going to just create a background. And this is where the maze will take shape. So, backgrounds, we're going to be using a lot of the rectangle tool. So we're going to put a red wall on this. Make sure this is filled. I'm going to go from one side to the other with this tool. There we are. That's one side, and then the other wall, and then another wall here. We're going to enclose the maze. Now add the rest of the maze walls. Just doing it a bit quickly, and that should be our maze. Okay, so have a worm in the maze. Just to show this, we need to now make sure we can move our worm character, of course. So we go to the sprite of the worm, go to scripts, and we're going to be moving the worm with forever loop. We'll then have a if, and then with the parameter here from sensors. So we're going to be using the key pressed to the right arrow. We'll be moving in motion. We'll be moving our X, change X by possibly 5 better. And that's our right movement. Going to duplicate this block just here, and we're going to change that to left, and we therefore have to change the 5 to -5, so you can go to the left, so -5. Similar to do the up and down, so and repeat, so forever loop the if, and we're going to be using the sensor key pressed. Now we're going to be using the up arrow, and the motion will be changing the Y to 5. Positive numbers to go up. We're going to duplicate again. There we are. And negative numbers to go down. There you are. So now we should have a moving character, and it goes down and it goes that way. It's a bit of like the moonwalker when it goes down, I think. So there you are. I'm just going to move it back to its initial position if I can get hold of it. There you are. Right, so we have a moving character. We need now to have a name, and for that we're going to need another object, which is going to be a sprite, and we're going to get a nice lovely apple for our worm. So we're going to use the circle tool again, and we're just going to do a small little circle, and that's going to be our apple. So don't need to do anything else here, just going to place the apple in the right place, and the aim is for the worm to go all the way to the apple, and if that happens, we'll have a screen to say you won. So we need to go to stage and add 2 more screens here. One is the you won, because you got to the right place. So you there you are, and that you won the game. Of course, it'd be much nicer if I had a nice little background, and maybe just a bit of just that would do. Just maybe change that to black again. Okay. Oh yeah, you won the game. And here we can have game over, and this is for when the worm touches the wall, the red wall. Okay, so that's that. Put that in the middle. Maybe we'll also put a sort of background to it, like that. Okay, so we have the 2 backgrounds. Backdrop 2 is a you won, and backdrop 3 is a game over. Back to our worm, we can go to scripts and then say, so we just scroll down a bit. Okay, yeah, just move them a bit out of the way. So we would have events that when, so again forever, and then if. So if our character touches a colour, we're going to click on this square and then touch the green colour. So when that happens, we won. So what we need to do is to go to looks and then switch backdrop to backdrop number 3. So number 2, sorry. There you are, number 2, and that's we won. So that's, and very similarly, just going to duplicate this one to save time. If just going to the backdrops, go back there and back to the worm again to scripts. So if here we touch the red color, we lose the game. So that goes to back for 3. So what should happen now is that at the beginning of the game we can move the character, the worm wiggles. If it touches the red color of the wall, we lose the game and it goes to the game over. And if we touch the apple, we win the game and it goes to you won the game screen. So let's just test this game now. So very quickly I'm going to lose by touching the wall. There you are. It's a game over. Although little bug here in the game, I'm sure some of you can work it out, that if we go down and touch the apple, then we win the game. So I'm sure some of you would have hacked this game and won anyway. So that's the tutorial. Perhaps an extension task for you to try to make it so that the apple disappears if the game is finished and you lost. And that's all for today. Thank you very much.